Hello, hi, welcome to GMA Talk, your most beloved, your most favorite, your most talk show, right here on YouTube and all your favorite social media platform. GMA Talk. Say it with me, GMA Talk. So I continuously thank all those who continuously showing support, who continuously watching, who continuously sharing, who continuously liking and commenting. So thank you very much to everybody. And if you haven't subscribed yet, please subscribe and stay tuned for weekly videos right here on GMA Talk on everything related to refugees around the world and how we can support and bring solutions to the challenges which refugees face around the world. So on this week's GMA Talk, we want to look at Kenya. So about over a week ago, around the 20th, 24th of March, the Kenyan Interior Minister issued an ultimatum to the UNHCR within 2 weeks to come up with a plan of the closure for the Dadaab and Kakuma refugee camps. So Kenya has been a country which has hosted refugees since the early 90s. Kenya has been home to among largest populations of refugees around the world, and as a result of previous insecurity, most notably like insecurity at the terrorist attacks, in terms of wanting to close mostly the Dadaab refugee camp in 2016, which Kenya, according to Kenyan government, the logic was that, because that refugee camp is next to the Somali border, so in the camp there's a lot of activities that is happening in terms of whether it's recruiting, whether it's training, or whether it's people planning activities from there to Nairobi or other parts of the country. So around 2016, so after experiencing a number of attacks in the country, so the Kenyan government wanted to swiftly, close the Dadaab refugee camp, but eventually that plan was put on hold. But now they've resurfaced again with the request now not to just close the Dadaab refugee camp, but also close the Kakuma refugee camp. So with these two camps, if you add all the refugees in these refugee camps, they host more than 410,000. So imagine almost a million refugees. Almost half a million refugees being hosted in these two refugee camps. So how is it possible to even draft a plan to close the refugee camps during the pandemic, during the COVID, during global health crisis? And how is it possible also to draft a plan to close these two refugee camps? Where else these people will go? Almost 500,000 people. Because for the most part, these refugees some of them are from South Sudan, majority of them are some from Somali, some are from Congo, some are from Burundi, some are from Tanzania, some are from Ethiopia, Eritrea. You are having many of these countries, they are having their own internal turmoil, they are having their own internal conflicts. And for the majority of the refugees, it's nearly impossible to even contemplate, to even think of returning. There is no such thing as a safe return. Otherwise, these people have to be forced to either return to the origin countries and their life further be in danger from the same situation that they ran from the first place. Or another solution is take all of these refugees in to other countries or country, and about 500,000 refugees. How is that possible? So really, the Kenyan government need to work with the UNHCR, partnered government, intergovernmental organizations to really find a long-term solution to hosting these refugees and how these refugees can be supported, either repatriated or other resettled to other countries. So this is what needs to happen. Really, giving people, giving UNHCR, giving UN ultimatum. They say within 14 days, bring me a plan of how these refugee camps will be closed, of how these refugees will leave Kenya. So, is this really possible? That is for you, the audience, for you, the people, to really contemplate that and come to your own conclusion whether this is feasible, especially during the pandemic. And we all know the work that the UNHCR has been doing since the pandemic started in the global pandemic started in 2020 in terms of caring for refugees, on top of the regular work that they've always done of caring for refugees always. But now the COVID-19 added more challenges into support, care for, and help refugees. So we really need to come together to continuously seeking long-term solutions, durable solutions for refugees in Kenya and for refugees elsewhere. So government really, especially for Kenyan government and Kenyan people who have been so generous and so welcoming and so hospitable to refugees for decades and decades. So the solutions that is needed is to see how the government, the people, they can work together with UNHCR, other levels of partnership, to see how these refugees can be supported either in the country, whether it's integration system, or at the same time, if it's safely to repatriated, or at the same time support in terms of settling in other countries. So these are the things which and the solutions that the Kenyan government need to look at very, very closely, and at the same time needs to work with other partners instead of giving an ultimatum, because to the human mind, even though there is a will, during a global pandemic, I really don't see how it's possible to come up with a plan within 2 weeks of whichever long term or when the camps will be closed and how these people will be supported. So I'll put down links for you to read more on the information, and I'll keep you posted on the issue. And that's it here on GMA Talk. Love, peace, and unity. Please subscribe, please like, please comment, and please share, and be informed more about the hospitality, the welcoming of Kenyans and Kenya for refugees, and at the same time the situation that refugees continuously to face, and how solutions can be sought by involving all stakeholders in the countries and internationally. Love, peace, and unity with yours truly, Gerard Mutabazi Amani. See you next time right here on GMA Talk.